Joe, there were some snubs this week that need to be addressed. Now, let me start it off with this. Every single year, you and I, when we start off the show here, we talk about the AP poll. And our good buddy Josh Pate came on this show and he said, the AP poll sponsored by drug use. Well, the same people that vote on these awards are the same dumbasses that vote in the AP poll. The simple fact that, and I'll start off here, that Dylan Sampson is not on the Doak Walker Award finalist list. People need to have their credentials on awards finalist pulled. They have to. You know what I would like? Why don't we let the fans decide? Why are we letting bias?
I don't like that because
Joe,
markets with more people are going to out.
Okay, well that's fair. That's fair.
It's like with the Pro. I don't mean to cut. Wait, one second. I don't mean to cut you off. It's like with the Pro Bowl where like the bigger markets have more representation just naturally. But that's the kind of just the qualifier.
That's fine. But it would be better than what we're doing right now. Joe, I cover a team personally, but other than doing this, I promise you that the people that go to those games and have to get their AP poll voted in by, at 9 a.m., they're not watching all of these games. They don't know what they're talking about. And then guys like Dylan Sampson don't get the benefit of the doubt. Why he doesn't, I have no idea. He's their offense.
The biggest problem with all this, and one thing you just brought up there, voting for all of these awards should not have regional representatives because like what you just said, most of the time they're traveling to the games. They're on the sidelines for these games. They're in the press box, and they're covering singular games. It's not plausible to cover multiple when your job is to like, I need to be at the press conference to hear from Dave Doran of NC State. Those they need to be more diligent, I think, in trying to find more national voters. And I know some national perspective voters that do a great job, that pay close attention to this stuff and know what they're talking about. But what you're talking about here, it feels like the pick to put on Marion Hampton. This is literally how this freaking came together. This is the top 3 rushers in the country this year. The top 3. Just the top 3. Ashton Jeanty in rushing yards, not touchdowns. Ashton Jeanty, Caleb Johnson, or Marion Hampton. They literally just picked the top 3 guys based on who had the most amount of rushing yards. But we're all smart enough to know that Jeanty deserves to be on there. Caleb Johnson has been a really quality running back for Iowa, but his case is a little bit murky. More importantly, though, Marion Hampton is not playing on a good football team. He's played some good football. He does not have the same level of impact. They're averaging the same amount of yards per carry with 5.7. The only difference here is that Sampson has 1,307 yards and Hampton has 1,475 yards. That's the only difference.
I think James from Oregon should be on there. You're right. Like I think should have been Jeanty, James, and Sampson. That's how I would have put mine.
I would have put RJ Harvey up there over Marion Hampton.
Oh, okay. Go RJ Harvey. The bottom line is, though, Joe, the point that we're trying to make for Dylan Sampson, like, Joe, this is something that when he's 50 years old and he's sitting in his office at home and his grandkids come over, maybe he'd be older than 50, but you get my point. And they walk up to him and they're like, Pawpaw, where's your Doak Walker Award finalist list or award? And he's like, well, some stupid son of a bitch in Arizona didn't vote for me.
Yeah.
Joe, I follow a lot of people that vote on these and are AP poll voters, and they put out their AP polls every week. And I'm like, I asked one of them. He had SMU in this top 6. And I'm like, are you dumb or just plain stupid?
I know of an AP voter that literally 1 week, and this wasn't immediately after NIU, that left Notre Dame off. And their response was, oops, I forgot.
Okay, I can't say anything because I accidentally forgot Tennessee's name.
Well, I don't forget. Samson's ridiculous. Yeah, and
we can fix what we're doing. They can't fix what they're doing.
I think Cam Ward not being a Maxwell finalist could be groveled about as well, but Dylan Gabriel has had a phenomenal stretch, and they're undefeated. You got to have representation for an undefeated team. But Travis Hunter not being a
Jim
Thorpe
Thorpe
Award for,
finalist.
and it's probably off of some dumbass logic by the voters of like, well, he's not doing it full time. It doesn't matter. He's one of the best corners in the country. He's probably the best.
He has the same amount of snaps as everybody else. So, by the way,
dumb.
he's playing less and has better statistics than most. That makes it even better.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the crazy part is he's doing all this with no breaks. Like what?
Dude, the kid's probably going to win the Heisman or going to be really close to it. Unless, like Oregon, like Dylan Gabriel goes off or Cam Ward goes off in the final weekend. Something like that could happen and where he doesn't win it. But the bottom line is here, Joe, name a better player outside of quarterback than him. Name a better DB. I'll wait.
It's a good question.
It doesn't exist. So, Joe, we're broken as a sport. I'm sorry. We're broken.
A lot of fixing that needs to be done. A lot.
We need a commissioner. College football needs a commissioner. And you know what they need to do? Their first order of business is to hire the good people over Ruffino and Joe show.
Exactly.
Do you think if we pushed Pate for him to be commissioner that he would hire us?
I don't know. That's a good question.
How about I think I might clip this and tag him in it and say, hey, we're looking for jobs. You got one?
We can't come off too desperate.
Oh, I'm super desperate, buddy. I want to be over the O-line snack room. That's what I want my job to be.
That's it. Yeah, okay. I'm sure Josh would be willing to give you that as long as there's
me and Sean Anderson could attack it.
Yeah.
Sean would eat all the snacks, though.
Probably.
Probably. All right. Y'all have a great and fantastic Thanksgiving. Until then, we'll see y'all on Sunday. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
BetOnline remains your top spot for all of your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, NHL are all in full swing. BetOnline is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to BetOnline today and use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for 50% off your first deposit. That is a 50% welcome bonus. BetOnline, where the game starts.